My whole body was in there. It was kind of freaky at first. Beep, 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 beep.
This is kind of freaking me out. I kind of want to get out.
Let's recap. What the heck just happened? Good morning, everyone. We are on our way to my MRI appointment. I'm excited because we're finally here. I'm hoping to get some answers in a couple weeks with my results, but I'm also kind of nervous because I've never had an MRI before and I don't know what to expect. But I'm hoping that it's not an hour long. It'll be just 15 to 30 minutes and then we can get on with our day. But yeah, wish me luck. Hi friends, I'm back from the MRI. I am finally making my morning coffee. Woo! Makes me so excited because I didn't have any this morning because I didn't want to have to go to the bathroom while I was in the machine. So they took me back to the MRI machine. They laid a huge, kind of like when you go to the dentist and you get that, what's that called? That thing they put over your body to protect you. But instead, this was something they put over my lower abdomen area, I guess, to concentrate the MRI to image this area specifically. I had to have an IV. They use contrast dye, which I had never done before. But anyway, they give you the IV, they shoot it into you. You get this weird taste in your mouth. And you kind of feel like this cold sensation in your arm. You can come back, Zach, if you want. But yeah, so I went into the machine. My whole body was in there. It was kind of freaky at first. I had to really take a couple deep breaths and tell myself, you're gonna be okay, you're fine. No need to freak out. You're not claustrophobic. You've been in airplanes and tight spaces. Just pretend that you are in a fort and you're just hanging out in here for 30 minutes while they do, some imaging that you really need done. I did have headphones and I heard some Shakira, T Swift, Ed Sheeran, all the good music, but it was kind of adult bop in a way. And what I mean is you remember Kids Bop when they take top 40 songs that are sometimes inappropriate or have bad language and they have kids sing it to make it kid friendly? Well, it was kind of like that, but it was adults singing songs that you knew and heard on the radio, but it wasn't the original artist. So I just thought hey,
this is adult bop, cool.
So anyway, I heard a lot of good music in there, helped me kind of stay calm and focused. But I'm home now and I'm really hoping that they get some good images. They're able to measure that membrane and tell us exactly how long it is. And then also, hopefully them and my fertility doctor can discuss if I require surgery or not. I bought this super creamer and I thought, oh, it's got MCT oil. It'll be great and delicious and it's French vanilla. And why would it be bad? And I got it and I don't really like it.
It tastes bad.
You can use the tiniest amount and it's super overpowering. And what I realized is that it has 0 sugar, which is great, but the way they sweeten it is with monk fruit, and I'm finding that I don't really like the taste of monk fruit, and that's kind of ruining the creamer experience for me. So I still have half of this left. I should just power through and finish it. But since this week I didn't want to have to deal with that creamer, I bought this dairy-free Cocoa Whip. It comes frozen in the organic section. But I have been putting it on top of my black coffee and using that as my creamer. It's actually been really good. So if you're looking for a way to cut sugar and maybe not use creamer, or you're using oat milk in your black coffee and you want to add just a little hint of sweetness, I highly recommend using this Cocoa Whip. It only has 2 grams of sugar. Zach's making us some eggs right now because we're both starving. Do you guys like my new bangle? It's super fancy. It's from the
Hospital collection.
Okay. It is now the end of the day, and I wanted to just briefly talk about what it was like getting an MRI, because I feel like not a lot of people experience that, and like how freaky it was. You go lay down on that bed, just like they show in the TV shows and like you've probably seen in movies. They put a little nice contour pillow under your knees, so your knees are up just a little bit. And they asked if I wanted a blanket, and I was like,
absolutely, I want a blanket. I want to be as comfortable as I can for the next hour in this creepy machine.
I go back, boop, into the thing. And as I'm going back, like, you don't realize how enclosing it is. Like, it looks like a massive hole that you're going into when you're standing outside of it. But when you're laying on the table, like, going backwards into this thing, and it's, like, coming over you like this. I mean, it wasn't that close to my face. It was probably more like this. But you start to realize, like, how small of a hole that actually is. And if you're claustrophobic at all, even the slightest bit, like, don't like tight spaces, get kind of nervous.
This is gonna freak you out.
Or like having an MRI is gonna freak you out. I am okay with tight spaces as long as I know there's a way out and I can see my exit, which I could in the MRI, which is...
Thank God.
But I did start to like have some anxiety as I was like being backed into that thing, and I did kind of have a slight moment of panic where I was like,
this is kind of freaking me out. I kind of want to get out.
but I just knew that if I took some deep breaths and just focused on the big room outside of the MRI and like what was happening there, and then I like started to calm down and feel a little bit better. When you're in there and you've got like your headphones on, I was like jamming to Shakira in the beginning, but then the machine turns on and it's like beep, 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 beep. If I didn't have the headphones, I probably would have been a little bit more panicky, or like would have had trouble being still and focusing. And I'm really hoping that I will get my results soon and that my fertility doctor and I can kind of discuss where to go from here. Hello, this is Jessica. Hi, good, how are you? Okay. Huh, interesting. Okay, sure. Can you actually send those results to me? I'm just curious. I would just like to read the report on what they found with the MRI, and if there's any imaging, I'm just curious to see what that looks like. Okay, sure, yeah, that would be great. I will look forward to your email. Okay, thank you, bye.
What did they say?
They said I don't have a membrane. I don't have one. The MRI showed nothing. So we just wasted like $800, $900 on imaging that apparently I didn't need. So she's gonna send the report over so I can read it, but I don't get it. I don't even know how to feel right now. Let's recap what the heck just happened. First, I find the word septate on my ultrasound over and over again at my fertility clinic. So I do a little research and find out what it is. I call my doctor. Hey doctor, can you tell me what the septate uterus is? I've done some reading and I'm a little concerned.
Sure, not a problem. So basically, we think it's 13 millimeters long, and the only way to really measure it is to get an MRI, and then we can decide if you're gonna need surgery.
Okay, sounds great. Let's move forward with that.
Sounds great. Talk to you later.
Talk to you later. Boom. We make our appointment for the MRI. I go to the hospital. I have it done. A few days later, I call my fertility specialist again because I haven't heard back from her. And she says,
Oh yeah, I have your report right here. They didn't find anything on the MRI. Your uterus is normal and healthy.
okay. So basically what she's telling me is that they misdiagnosed me. They told me I had something that I didn't have. And now we just spent, or are going to spend, a lot of money on this medical bill for expensive imaging that I didn't even need. Without insurance, an MRI is $3,000. $3,000. Luckily, we have insurance. We don't have that kind of money just sitting in the bank or like under a mattress somewhere where you can be like, sure, here you go, no big deal. No, we either have to dip into our savings or we have to start saving from our paychecks to pay off this giant bill that we weren't expecting. And I basically never should have had the MRI in the first place. I'm just really annoyed and I'm really frustrated. So I'm not sure how many other people she's misdiagnosed. I'm not sure if this is normal for an ultrasound to show something and then an MRI to say, no, it's not actually there. I'm not sure how common this is. Should I be looking for a new doctor? I kind of feel like I should. But if you have any experience with this or any knowledge or any suggestions, please place a comment below. I would love to hear what you have to say. I would love any encouragement or advice that you have on this topic. So the good news is my uterus is healthy. Yes, thank you, Lord. I'm so happy about that. I'm actually relieved that I don't have the septate uterus because I don't need surgery and we can just move back into doing IUI again. But I'm just frustrated that we wasted time, we spent a lot of money, and none of this should have ever happened. So, I don't know. That's where I'm at. I'm grateful, but I'm frustrated. Is that normal? Can you have those two things? I feel like they're not something that you can really have together. So, Summer's just chilling with me on the floor. So, yeah, give this video a thumbs up to show your support. And like I said, please leave a comment below if you have any suggestions, advice, anything. I would love to hear from you. Bye, bestie.